Hello, welcome to Jennifer's Magical Club. Today I'm here to read a novel which is called The Science of Breakable Things. I'm going to continue reading this novel from assignment 17, page 100. Let's start. Other people started looking at him weird too, and Michaela whispered something to Janie. I knew she was probably surprised. Twig and I were talking to a boy, and she was probably saying something mean about us, but I almost didn't blame her. If George was sick, Derry should have gone with Tom, Kate, and Nick because boys went with boys and girls went with girls. That's pretty much the unspoken rule of middle school. Derry shrugged and smiled and continued to sit next to us. When we became obvious that he wasn't moving, Twig grunted and slid our materials over to him. Might as well get started. So Derry got started. We watched him scribble notes into his lap books and organize the materials. And within the 5 minutes, we had a hot magnet, a cold magnet, and a magnet at room temperature. Sorry, I should have let you guys help more. I guess I kind of carried away. His cheeks got darker, and he seemed genuinely sorry for doing all the work. George doesn't really contribute at all, so Twig gaped at the magnets. Her mouth actually fell open. Normally, we take us the whole class periods to do an experiment because we get distracted talking about which superpower we'd rather have and then realize halfway through that we never listened to the directions and did the project entirely wrong. Well, Twig nodded, her face serious. We would have liked to contribute more, but if you let me do the hot magnet, I won't tell on you. Derry smiled big and stuck out his hand for Twig to shake. Then he stuck his hand out for me, and as we shook on it, I could tell he got us. Maybe we kind of got him too. Twig picked up the tongs and plucked a magnet off the hot plates. It took her a couple tries to get it, but once she did, she yelped in excitement and held the held the magnet over the washers. We counted how many washers the hot magnet picked up, at a grand total of 13. Derry did room temperature and got 21. I did cold and got 29. Twig jumped up and shouted, "You won, Natalie, you won!" I smiled at Twig, but I felt a twisting in my stomach, like a hypothesis was wrong and the world didn't work quite like I thought it did. Then Derry started explaining why the cold magnet worked the best, something about hot magnets having disorderly molecules, and Twig nodded along like she was actually listening. She was being so un-Twig way, paying attention to our science experiments, so I turned them out and started doodling snowflakes and flowers in my notebook. It's funny how the cold magnets actually works best. It's like how perennial plants seem to die in the winter, but really they're just waiting till everything is all right again. Maybe it's not such a surprise that there's strength in the cold. Maybe sometimes the strongest thing of all is knowing that one day you'll be all right again and waiting until you can come out in the sun. After school, as Twig and I were biking back to her house, bundled up against the too cold air, she said, "I think we should adopt him." For one strange moment, I thought she was talking again about Ronaldo, our cut-open frog, but then she said we'd never have to struggle through those assignments and we'd get A's just for sitting there. All at once, she was the Twig I knew and the Twig I didn't know. She was the smirk girl who scammed to get our get out of schoolwork, but also a stranger who suggested hanging out with someone new. She hadn't done that in all the years I'd known her. I shrugged. That'd be great, but Deary was only sitting with us because George was out sick. Twig frowned and paddled faster, so we were no longer side by side. Easy come, easy go, she shouted in the crackling autumn air. So I'm done reading till the end of assignment 17. I hope you're joining with me and see you later. Bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.